This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad. On Tuesday, March 18th, we have a little bit less to cover, so hopefully I can get you out in time today to enjoy the rest of your evening. Let's go through some of the macro breadth numbers. I'm going to call this session Treading Water. Cue the Jaw themes music. We had on the NYSE 214 new highs versus 201 new lows. 30% were advancing versus 65% declining. 68% were below its 50-day, and 64% were below its 200-day moving average. We sold off pretty much all session. The Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Russell, they all closed near their lows. The Dow was down 260 points, or 0.6%. The NASDAQ down 304 points, or 1.7%. The S&P down 60 points, or 1.07%. I didn't have any trades today. I simply watched. All my safety positions are still on. All my bearish positions are still on. And if you listened to the podcast yesterday, today was simply a continuation of the sell-off. And when you take a look at Megacap, Microsoft down 1.3, Nvidia, despite GTC going on, I am going to embed Jensen Huang's keynote today from the GTC conference, but I guess it wasn't enough. Down 3.3%, Apple down 0.5%, Amazon down 1.5%, Google down 2.3%. That's a big move. Tesla down 5.2%. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. And Meta down 3.7%. Just as a heads up, Meta is the only Mag 7 that's above its 200-day. Forget the 50. The only Mag 7 above its 200-day moving average. Looking at sector, energy was up 0.28%. Basic materials, financials, and healthcare were pretty much break even. All other sectors were red. Communication services down 1.9%. Consumer cyclical down 1.8%. Tech down 1.5%. Consumer defensive down 1.25%. Utilities down 0.8%. Industrials down 0.75%. Real estate down 0.6%. There was really nowhere to hide today, folks. So as I noted on the Substack chat as well as on notes, BYD overnight, because obviously there's a time difference, had their own little conference shindig, and their CEO demonstrated new battery tech where the car, their BYD EVs, can charge from empty to full in 5 minutes. Now, this is going to pose a big threat to not just Tesla, but for all EV manufacturers. This is kind of the holy grail, right? Like to be able to recharge your battery, just like at a gas station, at the petrol station, in the same amount of time. Now, what they failed to really push in the news was that BYD will need to deploy over 4,000 plus charging stations that have the capacity and the throughput to recharge these new batteries at that speed.
We can't forget that this is just a small taste of the in-depth analysis that Not Your Advisor provides. They don't just throw numbers at you, they connect the dots, find those hidden trends, and help you understand what's driving the markets.
If you want the full picture, you got to check out the full Not Your Advisor episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to notyouradvisor.com.
And all their premium content. I mean, it's like having a direct line to what's really going on in the market.
It is. It really is. They cut through all the BS and give you the kind of info that you just won't find anywhere else.
Think about this. Investing is all about making decisions that work for you and your goals. You're the one in control.
Not Your Advisor can give you the map, but you choose where you want to go.
And with that empowering thought, we'll sign off. Happy investing.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.